Today we're going to talk about string manipulation and some ways that you can use string tools in the problem solving process. So we're talking about the specific problem that we have of finding a string that has balanced braces. So this is an example of a string with balanced braces. We see that we've got an opening brace, opening closed, and then closing. So this part is balanced, and then these other last three are inherently balanced. This one here is also balanced. We have an inner balancing set here, this one, and then this one. These are all nested, and they are perfectly balanced. This one is not balanced. There's an equal number of parentheses, but they're both closing parentheses. This part is balanced, these two square brackets, but you would need to take this out and then do some other configuration so that things were balanced. So that's not balanced. This one is also not balanced for obvious reasons. And this one is the same as this one here, but you can do even something for the sake of the test. This would not be balanced, nor would this one be balanced, because they are opening and closing, but they're not opening and closing in the right order. So one of the string tools that we're going to be using to talk about this specific way of solving this problem is using a string method here called contains. So if we do stuff, let's do stuff4 dot contains these two, right? When we run this code, we'll see that it is true. It does contain an open and closing sub4. Stuff also contains that. But if we do this, we do have an opening and closing brace, square bracket, but they're not together. So if we run this, you'll see that it is false. It doesn't contain that as is. So hopefully this helps you to understand contains. You can do, other stuff like, word equals tigers and lions. And if we said word dot contains and, you see that that's true. So I think that you understand how the contains method works. That's the first one. The second thing that we want to talk about is an overall strategy for solving this problem. Since we can check to see if the string contains it, the overall strategy that we're going to be using in today's exercise is looping through a string, seeing if it contains balanced braces that are together, and then removing them. So let's talk about that strategy in relation to this first one right here. If we go and we check for all of the, let's say we're just checking for the contains, and we're checking for these curly braces. If we remove them, then now the whole game has shifted, because now everything is balanced. So if we were to loop through all of this, if we were to loop through everything that is in stuff, and as we're looping, we check to see if it contains braces that are together, remove them all, and then you keep looping until all of the braces that are together and balanced are gone, and then see how many are remaining. You could then return the length of the string that's remaining to see basically if there are any remainders. So let's put this into pseudocode. Let's say loop through the string. Remove all instances of balanced braces that are together, like this. Remove all of the together guys, together gals. Then check the length of the remaining string. And then return true if the length is 0. That means it's balanced. So let's go over some of these other ones with that pseudocode. So let's do it here. Loop through, remove all the balanced ones that are together. So the first, as we loop, we remove this one, we remove this one, and then remove this one. We loop again, and now we remove this one. It's balanced. Let's do the next one. Loop through. Are there any balanced braces? The first time we loop, yes, they're balanced together braces right here. Loop again. Are there any balanced together braces? Yes. This one, remove that. Loop again. Loop again. This one. Are there any together balanced? No. You loop again. Are there any to be balanced together? No. So this one will fail, and this will return a length of 4. So we need a length of 0 for it to be balanced. Let's do this one. Are there any balanced braces together? Yes. Now loop again. Are there any more? No. And then we're done looping, and then we can know that this is just a length of 1. And then this one, obviously, there's nothing together. All right. So you're looping through the string, removing all instances of balanced braces that are together. So you could do a while loop through string and loop while there are still balanced together braces. And if there are, inside the loop, remove them. Then when you're done looping, check the length of the remaining string and return true if the length is 0. Okay, so this also requires us to talk about one more string method, which is the replace method, and it's very easy. If you used JavaScript, Ruby, Python, other languages like that, you're very familiar with this. We can do, because when you remove them and you replace it with an empty string. So when we say remove, we mean replace all instances of balanced space that are together with that, right? So let's practice that. String, I don't know, city equals New York City, right? String new city equals city dot replace York with that. And then we want to see what our new city is. Run this. Here's our new city right here. So we've used the replace method to find an instance of the word York and then replace it with the empty string. So we've learned 2 new methods here. We've learned about looping through. We've learned about the contains method, and then we've also learned the replace method. And with only those 2 methods, you can solve this problem. All right, good luck.